Hey there, welcome to the show. I'm Mitch Goldberg with Client First Strategy. A lot to unpack here, but we're going to do it in just 5 minutes. Okay, so start the clock. We are witnessing a massive rally. We'll call it the everything rally because what's going up? Everything. If you are in the stock market, you are enjoying this. When the skirmish between Israel and Iran began, if you were frightened and you got defensive over tariff policy, clearly it was a mistake. And investors are not just bulled up, but the ones who got out, who got too defensive, are panic buying, rushing in. And this is just one of the biggest, most powerful rallies we've seen in a long time. I'll say in the last couple of years. Certainly cements, like him or not, hate him or love him, it cements Donald Trump as a power player on the world stage, the most powerful man in the world. Bombing Iraq, we now look, I'm sorry, bombing Iran. And now the market's going up on a fragile but holding ceasefire between Israel and Iran. In fact, Israel opened up its airport today, the Ben Gurion Airport. And, well, things are turning positive everywhere you look. We had the Fed chairman, Fed Powell, testified before Congress today, and he continues to be an inflation hawk. Like it or not, markets really do want an inflation hawk on the beat. So you put all this together, earnings have been pretty good, inflation's been pretty tame, and the bugaboo of war, as you know, is quickly disappearing and becoming something bullish. It just puts the point in how truly the United States, it's not just the most powerful country in the world, but based on how the vaunted Russian military would crush Ukraine in a matter of days, that war has been going on now for over 3 years. Based on how we went into Iraq, I did it again, went into Iran, went out. It really is just amazing. And that what happened to Iran's great military? Where is their army and their air force, which they don't have one, and their missiles? It just and their it's just they've been ineffective. And this vaunted military power in the Middle East turned out to be a paper tiger. This is a really, really good time for the United States, economically, market wise. And the tariffs don't seem to be taking away from that. We've all been on alert, waiting for tariff news to hit in terms of inflation. There is a little bit of inflation popping up here and there. You really have to look hard for it. There's a little bit of spending pullback because of it, but you have to look hard for it. But employment still remains really strong. Yeah, there could be a few pockets of weakness, but you really have to look for it. But with the military news, the price of oil going even lower than before the Iran-Israeli war began, before Israel attacked Iran and started what Trump calls now the 12-day war. We had a 6-day war in 1967. Now we have a 12-day war in 2025. Things are looking incredibly bullish. So we continue to just repeat the same message. We don't get all charged up and make moves based on geopolitical events. We don't make decisions based on what politicians do, because we are not in the heads of politicians. Trump has shown time and again that he can pivot, that it's okay to change your mind, and that if you say something, you could change your mind. It's really remarkable the position that the United States is in. I mean, we don't even have a military competitor. No, China is good at policing their own country, but they can't project power around the world. No one can. It's all the United States, and the United States will shape the world. We were worried that the U.S. was getting out of the world order that has been in place since World War II, and now the United States is actually in the position to shape the world order into what's in its best interests in the modern era. So this is really pushing the stock market up. It's bulled up for investors. And, just to show you real quick, the S&P 500 was up 1.1%. The Dow was up was up 500 points. You can't invest directly into an index, but you can invest into a security that tracks or mimics an index. But we are less than 1%, 55 points away, so about 0.9% away from reaching a new record in the S&P 500. I have no reason to doubt that can happen tomorrow. I mean, anything could happen, and I don't like to make predictions, let alone short-term predictions, but the rally has a lot of power. And in my experience over 35 years of doing this, a rally like this, doesn't come around too often. It doesn't come around too often, and they don't fade all that quickly. This is a pretty powerful rally. And again, the money that went onto the sidelines because of fears over tariffs and war is basically in a rush to come back in, because now if you're too much in cash and you're a money manager, you are falling behind your benchmarks and your competitors very quickly. So now everybody is all back in the pool. So that's what's happening. And well, that's the big news. More of the same, everything rally. If a lot of ifs, there's always ifs, but a truce or ceasefire between Israel and Iran, who knows? Maybe we will get a lifting of sanctions on Iran, and they will join the League of Nations and realize that they could have so much more money if they just don't plow money into building the nuclear bomb and their military, which their military can't really project power either. All it does is police their own internal country to keep the different factions and tribes in Iran under the control of their central government. I'm going to run the intro now, which is really going to be an outro because I have to put that into the video. So here it goes, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me. Okay, now I'm going to end the video. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.